Hello, welcome back to Minerva Accountants Xero training course. I'm Della Hudson. I'm a chartered accountant, a business coach, and I am your guide to Xero for this session. And this time I'm going to give a whistle-stop tour of some of the reports available in Xero. Feel free to have a little play and see what's in there and what's useful for you. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen and we are back at the usual Xero dashboard, and this time we're going into reporting. Remember, we've saved our favorite reports by going into all reports and putting a star next to the ones we use all the time. So I am going to start with the profit and loss account. I want to see if I've made any profit this month. Now, remember, this is only as good as your bookkeeping. So this is showing me the financial year. Now, I'm recording this in February, so there are no transactions in March. So that's sort of useful, but not that useful. I can compare it with the last 4 years. That's a bit more useful. I can see what was happening last year. Oh, it was a loss last year. We've made a profit this year, but we're not the full way through the year yet. So let's just look at this quarter or look at this month, February. Well, we're not even all the way through there. So let's look at last month instead and compare it with the 4 previous months. Don't forget to press update or it won't do anything. So here we are. Oh, look, our sales are way up compared to previous months. This is great. Or it would be if it was a real company, but it's just a little demo company with dummy things in. So if I was looking at this, I would say, oh, advertising and marketing are up. That must be why the sales are up. However, I don't really want to be spending nearly half my income on advertising. So all sorts of other little things there, and it's showing a profit this month. We can then go and have a look at the executive summary, which may or may not be useful to you. And this shows you variance compared to, in this case, last month. We can compare quarter by quarter, or we can compare year by year and see the variance on there. Don't forget to press update. You can tell what I've forgotten to do in the past, and I'm reminding you to do it as well. So there's our executive summary, which allows you to compare different months, different years, or different quarters. As a small business owner, I tend to use monthly or annually. I don't really do quarterly reports. I do monthly reports. And another useful one, a bit like that, is the budget variance. So you can put a budget into Xero. I'm not going to show you how to do that. You can either look it up yourself or we can do it for you. So here we go. We've got February compared to the budget. So, wow, that is good. We just thought we were bigger than we'd sold more than last month, but actually we've sold twice as much as we planned to this month. We're supposed to have some advertising. We clearly haven't spent that yet, or perhaps we just haven't received the invoice for it yet. So our profit is a lot higher than it should be. Sorry, a lot higher than we expected it to be. So these are the variances in pounds, and these are the variances in percentage terms. And then you've got the year to date as well, so you can see the bigger picture there. Balance sheet. You'll either use the balance sheet or you won't. As an accountant, we use it all the time. The one thing I would check is that your director's loan account is not overdrawn. So here we go. It's a relatively new company. It's pulling in last year. So let's pull it in, get it to pull in the end of this month and compare it with the previous year ends. So there we go, or we can be a bit more useful and get it to compare to previous months. Let's have a little look while it comes through. There we go. So the total figure at the bottom should be positive. If not, technically you're insolvent if it's negative. So we do like that to be positive. That's your balance sheet. It shows you what you own and what you owe at any point in time. So our next one we are going to look at is your VAT return. If you're VAT registered, you will check this before you submit it. So I'm not connected to that because this isn't a live environment. But what I will do is I will go through. The first page shows me the VAT summary that's going to be submitted to HMRC, and then you've got 2 pages of how that's made up in detail. So we'll go to aged receivables. This is the money we are expecting to receive from our customers. It's aged receivables, aged debtors, or trade debtors are the common words for it. And this shows you for each customer the invoices outstanding. Now this by default ages by due date. I want it to age by invoice date. I find that much more useful, to be honest. So we're looking, this is 3 months old. We need to be looking at that. Thank you very much. And chasing those. Anything overdue, you need to chase, and you can set up Xero to do the automatic chasing for you. It will send 4 emails at different intervals. You can set the text on those emails. It has suggested text, but you can set the text that you want. You can edit it, and you can edit the frequency as well. So mine go out, I think it's the day after it's due, 7 days, and then another 7 days, and 7 days after that it stops sending and you need to pick up the phone. So here we go. That's our aged receivables as at the end of February. The other thing to look at is that a really old invoice should be, is there a credit note that's gone missing, or should we just write it off as a bad debt? Now they're clearly an ongoing customer, so that's probably okay, but don't let things get too old. We don't like customers that don't pay, do we? Aged payables is what you owe to your suppliers. You are in control of this. And so unless there's a problem with this invoice or the copier they provided, get on and pay it. It's no good moaning because our customers don't pay us promptly if we don't pay our own customers, our own suppliers promptly. So there we go. They're the key reports that I run. So the profit and loss, and you can tweak what you compare against. You've got the executive summary, which compares to previous months or years. You've got the budget variance that compares to the budget, which you need to input. And then you've got the balance sheet to see what you own and what you owe. Your aged receivables shows you what you need to be chasing. Your aged payables shows what you need to be paying. But the clever bit on this, the profit and loss, well, with anything, is that any of these blue numbers you can click through to see what made up the balance. So here we go. What makes up that sales number? It's all these invoices here. We can see, make sure they make sense. Oh, look, there's our Frankenstein received money we put through, and the Frankenfurter we put through when we were messing around on the bank rec. And yes, Bayside Wholesale. You can see the invoices we've done, and then you can click through again and look at that invoice. So there we go. So if there's a mistake, you can go through and change that. You can edit it. And so Bayside Wholesale is, oh, There's this provisions. I don't know. You can change what it is, and don't forget to update it. So whistle stop tour of all the key reports that I think a small business should be using, but go through, have a look and see anything else that might be useful to you in there.